Today, we're going to go through a full upper body strength workout. So you are going to need some weights today. I'm using 2 sets. So I've got a set of 3 kilogram dumbbells and a set of 5 kilogram dumbbells. So if you want to have a slightly lighter and a slightly heavier set, that's great. If you don't have that, use what you've got, okay? So let's start warming up. So do some shoulder rolls first. So really driving the shoulders up and then relaxing as you bring them back down. Try to squeeze your glutes as well, just to get the connection of the glutes and the core with those posture muscles. All the way up, good. And I'm going to do some arm circles. We're just going to reach, have it palm facing in, coming up and back. And as you go back, just turn that palm backwards, like you're swimming a backstroke. So as you reach up, really lengthen up, lift that shoulder up, and then come all the way back. Reach and go back. So just go in a range of movement that's going to feel comfortable for you. It's just a warm up. Shouldn't feel hard. Change direction. So now we're going back, and as we come forward, palms down. And when you get to the front of the body, I want you to really lengthen that arm out and then bring it down. Whoa! So up, reach, and down. Really get that lengthening through the shoulder, through the back. Good, and other arm, so going backwards, reaching up, palm in, rotating back, squeezing your glutes, keep your core engaged, but let everything just move with you. So don't fight the movement, just natural, fluid movement here. One more, and then we're going to change direction, just going back. So you come forward, palm down, really lengthen, reaching forward and down. Good. Keep squeezing your glutes if you can. This is going to help protect your lower back a little bit as well. One more. Good. And then we're going to just do a little bow and arrow move. So have the arms in front of the body. You're going to act as if you're pulling back a bow and arrow. So one arm stays straight, your other arm is going to go into a fist. You're going to pull back, squeeze that mid back, and really squeeze your glutes as well. Pulling back, and get a little bit of a twist, but keep squeezing the glutes so that the movement is coming from your mid back and not your lower back. Other side, alternating sides. So grab a fist, breathing out, hand comes towards the ribs. Keep squeezing the glutes. So you get, again, focusing on the mid back. One more. Good, just a little shoulder roll there. I'm going to do a little hand walk out just to get those shoulders a little bit more warmed up and get our heart rate up a little bit now as well. So coming down, hands flat on the ground, bend the knees as much as you need to do that. So no fingertip walking, hands flat, come to a plank position. If you need to put your knees down, that's fine. And then come back up to standing, shoulders are back, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back of the shoulders, and down again. So we're going to just do 3 of these. Engage your core, squeeze your glutes, back up, roll those shoulders back and down, ribs are tucked in. One more. Squeeze the glutes, back up, shoulders back, engage the core, keep those ribs in. Right, so that's just helping set the body for the best position it can be in for our strength workout. So we're going to do 2 movements back to back, so little mini supersets. So first 2 movements we're going to do is an underhand grip back row into a narrow chest press. So I'm going to go for my 5 kilogram weights for this one. We're going to do each one for 45 seconds. So shoulders are back and down. We're going to hinge forward at the hips. So tailbone is lifted, back is flat, palms are facing forward. So that's the underhand grip element. Make sure those shoulders are back and down. You don't want to be rolling forward like that. Lift that tailbone up. Drive the weights up, bring them towards your ribs, squeezing the mid back, slowly down, chin tucked in. So we're going to do this for 45 seconds together. Make sure the weight stays evenly through both feet. Breathing out as you pull the weights back. Focus on the elbows driving back, not your shoulders squinching up towards your ears, okay? 3 more. One more. Good. Come down to the ground. So I'm gonna lay the weights out of the way here. So again, I'm gonna stick with my 5 kilogram weight, so the heavier weight option. Get yourself down onto the ground. Just walk your shoulders down so they're nicely tucked under your back there. Shoulder blades are tucked down, feet are bent. Sorry, legs are bent. Feet are on the ground. Palms are facing in. Elbows tap the floor. Press up. Extend fully straight arms. And then slowly lower, elbows tapping. So elbows just hover. They're not resting. So join me here. Keep your core engaged. So ribs are tucked in. Lift your pelvis up just slightly. So you've got that whole lower back pressed against the floor. Core engaged. Breathing out as you push up. So this is working our chest, our shoulders, our triceps, our core. So it's a good multi-muscle movement. 2 more. Good. Have a little rest. Slowly come back up to standing. We're gonna do the same 2 moves again, okay? So about 20-second rest, and we'll do them again. Grab water whenever you need as well, and always modify or reduce, drop your weights down whenever you need to. Find that point where you're challenging yourself, but you're not compromising your form and technique. So that's gonna be different every day. Some days we're gonna feel stronger, some days we're gonna have less energy. So just listen to your body and work with that. Right, grab your weights again, shoulders back and down, hinge forward at the hips, drive those weights up, squeeze the mid back, slowly lower down. Breathing out as you pull those weights up. Shoulders away from the ears, tailbone lifted. Good, we're gonna do 3 more, okay? Last one. Good, shoulders back. Straight down to our narrow chest press again. So again, walk those shoulders down, tuck your ribs down, just tilt your hips up just slightly. So I mean by that, instead of, so you're not arching your back, you're tucking, so you're lifting the tailbone up a little bit, keeping that core engaged, lower back pressed against the floor for that support. Arms are bent. Breathing out as you push up, full extension, slowly lower, just gently tap straight back up. Making sure you get that full extension so the triceps get to work as well. Keep your ribs tucked down, so no flaring open of the ribs. 3 more. Last one. Good. Good, have a little rest. I will show you the next 2 moves here. We're gonna be staying on the ground for the next 2. So you're actually just gonna be the one weight. I'm gonna drop down to my 3 kilogram dumbbell, going through these 2 movements. So we're gonna go into a side plank. So if you wanna join me in the side plank position, you can do fully modified, so both knees bent, or you can have that top leg straight. Those are the 2 options for this movement. Or if you really want, you can just keep your hip down on the ground if you feel like you just don't have that control to hold the hips up. So what we're gonna do is, having our weight, we're tucking it behind our back so the elbow is reaching back, and then I'm pressing straight up. So coming down, straight up. So I'm just gonna turn around just so you can see what I mean by that. So it's straight up, so you're bringing the elbow back behind the body and then pressing straight up, okay? So let's keep moving with that. Lots of control. Breathing out as you press up. Squeeze your glutes. I always say it, but you've got to do it. It's gonna help protect your back, and it helps you really engage the core and feel more stable in the movements. 2 more. Good, 1 more here. Good. Coming onto all fours, still use that same arm that we just worked. All fours, shoulders back and down. Gonna bring your elbow up. I'm gonna do tricep extensions. Keep that elbow lifted. You're just bending at the elbow joint, extending out. Keep your chin tucked in, lengthen your spine. Get that really good activation for the back of the upper arm, your triceps. Make sure you're not dropping yourself down. Push through that extended straight arm that's supporting you. Breathing out as you extend. 3 more. Good. Other side. Straight into it, no rest here. Into our side plank, so you choose whether you want the hips down, hips lifted, or just the top leg extended. Tucking back, straight up. Squeeze the glutes, especially that bottom leg. Breathe out as you press up, full extension straight up. Okay, if you're feeling too much in that shoulder that's holding up the plank, just get the hips down. You can do the exact same movement, still very effective. We're just trying to get a little bit more bang for our buck here. Trying to get as many muscles working as we can in a short amount of time. We don't always have a lot of time to fit our workouts in. Right, 2 more. Last one. Good. Onto all fours, same arm, don't put that weight down. All fours, shoulders back and down, elbow lifted, extend straight back. Keep that elbow high. Breathing out as you straighten that arm. Engage your core. Don't let your head drop down. You should feel the back of the arm burning here. Don't say it's just me, please. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Oh. Tiny rest, and we're going to do those all again. So we're going to start on that side that we did the first round. So for me, that was my left side. All right, let's get straight into it. So get into our side plank. Left arm is working. So again, you can try this time keeping the hips down. Does that feel better for you for the shoulder? Can you isolate the shoulder more? If it doesn't feel any different for the shoulder, then see if you can challenge yourself and get the obliques working more as well. Tucking the elbow back behind you. Extend fully straight up as you breathe out. Good. Do 4 more. Good, 1 more. Perfect. Onto all fours. Straight into that little tricep burner. Elbow back. And go. Extend, breathing out. Core is engaged. Supporting arm is lengthened and strong. Your head is not dropping down. Breathing out, really squeeze the back of that upper arm. When the arm's straight. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Good, onto other side. So a little shoulder press first. Get yourself lifted and go. So elbow back, straight up. So I know we're moving fast through everything. But again, that's gonna keep our heart rate up a little bit more. So we get a little bit of cardio element to this. But as well, we've got to fit in as much as we can when we can. If this is your one little window to do a workout for the day, you've got to make the most of it. Especially if you're a mum, like I am, having time to yourself to train is not always an option. And when you do get these little windows, they're not very long, so you've got to make the most of it. Good, 1 more. Good. All fours. Shoulders back and down. Get that elbow up and extend. Breathing out through the mouth as you extend to give you that little bit of power, but also control and stability, because that's going to engage your core. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Good. Oh, have a little rest. Grab some water here if you need. Next here, we're going to be up onto our knees, okay? So we're halfway through here. Right, we're going to do some isolated moves for the biceps, a little bit of the rotator cuff in the shoulders. So I'm going to go with my lighter weights for these. So shoulders back and down. I'm going to do these kneeling, only because I know that when I'm on my knees, I can really engage my core. So I squeeze my glutes and I can engage my core. And so it isolates my arms a little bit better. But if it's really hard on your knees and you try a cushion and it still doesn't feel right, just do this standing, okay? So shoulders back and down. You're going to have your arms out front, so you're holding a tray. Shoulders back, elbows tucked in, actually touching the waist. And you're just going to open up through the rotator cuff. So it's like almost like a little bit of a door hinge. So see here, shoulders are back, just opening up and closing. Go with your range of movement. I've got quite a bit of flexibility in my shoulders, so don't worry if you can't open up as much as I can. It's just down to what your flexibility levels are. So don't push it where you're really straining. Do a range that you know you can keep those elbows tucked in, shoulders back and down. No strain on your neck whatsoever. Squeezing your glutes. They're tough, aren't they? One more. And then the burner here, bicep curls. We can do isolated, so the palms stay facing open, shoulders back and down, bicep curls here. If that feels too much, turn the palms in and then rotate as they come up and down. So you get a little bit more rest. But if the weights are a bit lighter, you're feeling okay with it, keep those palms forward, a little bit more isolated. Squeezing your glutes, shoulders are relaxed. Good. 4 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Put your weights down. Just reach one arm out and just turn that thumb down. It's a nice stretch for the bicep. Another arm. Rotate that thumb down. Good. Right, you're ready for the next round. Grab those weights. Come on up. Whether you're standing on the knees, squeeze the glutes tight, engage your core, shoulders back and down. Bend your elbows, palms are up. Elbows are tucked into the waist. It's a small movement, but very effective. So it's really going to help strengthen the rotator cuff and the shoulder, which supports in so many ranges of movement. So overhead presses, side raises, picking up toddlers, carrying groceries, everything. Keep squeezing your glutes. Don't let yourself flare open. Keep that control. 2 more. Last one. Good. A quick shoulder roll. Straighten your bicep curls. Let's go. So it's gonna be tiring. It's tough, but as long as you're not feeling it in your neck, that's the important thing. Your neck or up in the trapezius. So just that bit. You don't want to be feeling it just below the neck and the top of the shoulders or the neck itself. If you are, lower your weights or just take a little rest. 2 more. Well done, good. Have a rest, put those weights down, just a couple shoulder rolls. If you want, even just sitting here, lean your left ear towards your left shoulder, really drop that right shoulder really heavy for a nice stretch on the side of the neck. You can also hold your head with your left hand. Don't pull it down, it's just there for some support. Slowly back up, right ear to right shoulder. And just gentle support there. Good. Right, so next two moves, last two moves, are going to be chest flies and then another tricep move, okay? A French press. So I'm going to go for my threes here. So we're laying on our back. Walk those shoulders down like we did of those chest press earlier. Arms are going to be straight up, palms are facing in. Again, make sure those shoulders are walked down. You're going to open up the arms out to the sides, keeping the ribs tucked in is very important. Breathing out, come back into center. So nice stretch to the upper chest area, mid-chest. Breathing out, tucking back in. So I don't want to see flaring open. Keep those ribs in, okay? So start with me here. Opening. Breathe out. So again, you should not feel this in your neck or even the top of the shoulders. You should feel in the front of the shoulders, into the armpit area, and the upper chest, and your core. So if you want a little bit more core, you can lift the legs up. Just tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Do two more. Last one here. Good. Put your feet back down. Keep your arms lifted. You want to make sure your hands are aligned with the shoulders. And what you're going to do is you're just going to bend the elbows, bring the weights towards your temples and the sides of your head, and then extend straight up. So you're not leaning, you're not doing that, you're not dropping them down. My upper arm doesn't move, I'm just bending at the elbow joint. And please be careful not to hit your face with the weights. It goes in the sides of your face. Okay, so join with me here. Bending with control. Breathe out as you extend up. Ribs tucked in, core engaged. Again, if you want to lift your legs up, a little bit more core involved, please do so. These can also be called skull crushers, which makes sense. Or they're also called a French press. Not sure why. It sounds nicer though, doesn't it? Three more. Last one. Good. Have a little rest. Just put those weights down for a moment. We're going to do the chest flies one more time and then those French press one more time, okay? So we're near the end here. Right, get your weights back up. Walk those shoulders down. Tuck your ribs down. Arms straight out, extending out to the sides. Ribs tucked in. Breathe out. Squeeze in the center. So think about, you're focusing on that cleavage line when the weights are coming up together. If that's the area of the muscles that we're working, so try to focus on that. And as well, the front of the arms, the shoulders. Remember, we can't spot reduce anywhere. So there's no such thing of doing certain movements to lose body fat in certain areas. The body doesn't work like that. What we're doing is we're focusing on strength for the upper body to be stronger, but we have to make sure we're still training our legs just as evenly. The body takes body fat from anywhere that it wants in the body. It doesn't specifically take it from where you're training, what muscle groups or areas you're training the body. All right, one more. Now your French press. Elbows bend and extend. If you remember as well, the more muscle you have, the more calories your body's going to require through the day. So if you're eating the right amount of calories per day, you're creating a little bit of a deficit. The body has to take then those extra required calories from the body. So if you're eating adequate protein and training the muscles, not overdoing cardio, it's going to take it from fat. And that's where you have no control where it takes it from. So the more muscles you build and strengthen, the more opportunity your body has to then use stored body fat. So bigger muscles are in our legs. That's why you don't want to neglect that. All right, 2 more. Your arms should feel very tired here. Well done. Put those weights safely down. Let's come up to seated. Oh, a little jelly arm feeling here. Let's just do a couple quick stretches. You can get on with your day. Just bring your arm across the body, keep the elbow bent, and just grab, pulling on the, like on the wrist area, just gently pulling it across. It's a really nice stretch through the shoulder. Other side. Good, reach your arms up. Bend one arm. Some stretch in the tricep. So grabbing the elbow, gently pulling down so my fingertips going towards my spine. It's a really nice stretch for the tricep. If that feels too tight for you, put the hand in front and push that arm back. Just bring the arms down. And again, back up, and other arm. Good. A little bit longer. And just do a little rotation. So let's sit up really tall, reach the arms up. Breathe out, rotate to the side. Left hand comes to right knee. Turning around, twisting. Nice gentle stretch for the back. Reaching up. And down. Let's do one more each side and then we're all done. Breathe in and out. So it's really important now, you need protein. So if it's not quite meal time or a time you really want to have anything, make sure your next meal, you've got a good amount of protein. So whether that's with some chicken, some tuna, some eggs, some beans, some protein powder, whatever you need, what is part of your diet to get that protein in. Your muscles need the protein to now recover. So we've worked them hard, we've really gently torn those muscle fibers, so they need to recover and repair to be more tight and more toned. So that's where the protein comes in, because that's going to help repair those muscles. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to training with you again soon. Bye everybody.